After months of games, practices, workouts, two-a-days, blood, sweat, and tears, well, maybe not so much tears for the teams who are still alive, but the stage is set for the Section 5 Hockey Championship games coming up on Sunday.
At the Gene Policini Center at RIT, all of that and more coming up right now on Section 5 Live. Welcome to Section 5 Live for AJ Feldman. I'm Alexa Ross. Winter sectionals, all of them officially underway.
Yeah, and it's an exciting time for here at Section 5 Live. Many sports already into their state championship. Some state champions already decided. Basketball playoffs just starting up. We'll take a look at that coming up shortly and some of the biggest storylines of the opening round of playoff action.
But first, let's get into some high school hockey. It was busy 2 days at the Gene Policini Center as sectional hockey moved to RIT. We're going to start out with Class A. Top-seeded
Victor not playing their best hockey lately, but they were in control Tuesday, winning 3-0 over Pittsford.
That is correct. Victor has outscored sectional opponents 7-2 in the postseason. 3 different scorers got it done for the Blue Devils. Alex Parton got the power play goal late in the first. They didn't find the back of the net again until Sammy Bresson scored with 8:50 to play. And of course there was an empty netter. There always is. But what might be the most remarkable part? Pittsford, 0 shots on goal in the second period. Say what you will about this matchup, but that's going to be huge in defeating the winner of our next matchup, AJ.
And that would be Fairport. They have been playing some great hockey lately. Their winning streak moved to 9 on Wednesday as they shut out McQuaid 1-0.
Travis Nicely tipped in the lone goal for Fairport during a power play in the final period. Hats off to both goalies, though. Sure, Dylan Gamey got the shutout, stopping huge breakaway chances by McQuaid, but David Battisti of McQuaid stopped 33 of 34 for the Knights, including some crazy saves in the first period, kind of like what you're seeing right now. Could be something we'll see with Victor and Fairport as well. This championship game will be the 3rd meeting between these two teams so far this season. Victor and Fairport, they split the series. Blue Devils won 2-1 on January 10th. Red Raiders ended the regular season with a 4-1 win.
And as you said, and as we mentioned before, Fairport probably playing the better hockey coming into the season, coming into the postseason, excuse me, Victor with those 2 losses. Fairport moved ahead of Victor in the state ranks, while Victor is the top seed in the sectional tournament because they were just dominant all throughout the regular season. But it's how you are playing right now, and well, they're both coming off of shutout wins.
Absolutely, and it's really nice to see a team like Victor, you know, they face adversity late on, so that way when they do reach the postseason, they get hot at just the right time, and that's what it's looking like so far. So it'll definitely be a good matchup heading into Sunday.
Yeah, you always question how an undefeated team will do in the playoffs when they haven't had those, you know, a loss to build off of or maybe some rough points. But it looks like they're starting to turn things around with a good win over Pittsford.
At just the right time. And now let's head into Class B.
Top-seeded Webster, they controlled their matchup with Churchville-Chili, outshooting them 39-20, but only able to come away with a 3-2 win.
The top-seeded Warriors are heading back to the Class B title game, everyone, after winning a tight matchup against the Saints. First and second periods, the teams were trading goals. Thomas opened scoring on a power play. Then it was Churchville with another power play goal. Churchville took the 2-1 lead in the second, but Thomas finished strong. A Cullen Hennessy goal in the third period ended it.
And a matchup we thought would be a lot closer than it actually was. The Canandaigua Braves blanked Spencerport 5-0.
Carter McWilliams had himself a game. I cannot stress it enough. He had a hat trick, and he picked up the assists on the 2 other goals. That is hands in 5 goals. Stopping him is going to be key for Thomas. Braves goaltending also on fire. Cade Chesler battle-tested. He stopped all 33 shots he faced against Spencerport. So clearly he knows a thing or two about playing under pressure, and I can already tell you that the pressure is going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, and as we saw in those highlights, just Carter McWilliams having a great sectional tournament so far. Even in that quarterfinal game, he had a handful of points, so he's playing some of his best hockey. When you need to upset a top seed like Thomas's, they've been playing lights out the rest of the season. Their last game of the season, a big win over Spencerport. It might take one great individual performance, and I'm going to put my money on Carter McWilliams there.
It's a lot of fun to watch him play hockey, let me tell you. The Warriors, they're playing for their 6th title since 2003. The Braves are trying to take their crown back. They last won Class B in 2018, so it should definitely be a fun weekend of hockey. Now moving from hockey to basketball, we'll get to the playoffs in just a few minutes, but first we take a look at a story that, AJ, I know you enjoyed telling very much.
Yeah, certainly. Justin Baxter, a senior on the North Star basketball team, a team who, by the way, is 19-1, a great favorite in A2. He has overcome some of the biggest obstacles you can think of, and in the process, he inspired others while doing something that, to our knowledge, no other Section 5 player has done before. Like many players, North Star senior Justin Baxter was confident, but a little nervous before his first ever varsity game.
I thought I'd be more scared than I was, but when I got out there, I felt good, and it was like, okay, I could do this.
But unlike most, just stepping on the court was an accomplishment. When he was 4 years old, he lost his right leg in a tragic lawnmower accident. Since that day, it's been a battle to get to where he is now.
You just get up and you can get through it. You just can't let it hold you down. Just get ready for the world in front of you.
He started playing basketball 4 years ago, joined the varsity team last season, and his coach says he never makes excuses.
You know, even on days where his leg's not feeling that well, if the other guys are running, he'll be on the sidelines, he'll be doing push-ups, just because he just doesn't want to use anything as an excuse.
Justin plays mostly at the end of blowout wins. He regrets what his athletic career could have been, but is grateful for how far prosthetic technology has come to bring him where he is now.
The gifts I was given to be able to be at this position and be able to even somewhat compete at this level, that it's crazy. It's not imaginable. It's hard to do.
While his ball handling and shooting are some of his biggest strengths on the court, the biggest contribution he makes to the team might be the inspiration he provides to his teammates every single day.
He's a fighter, for sure. There's one word you can use for Justin. He's a fighter. He just keeps a positive attitude at all times. Like, you never see Justin down, ever.
Him having one leg and being able to play, still fight and go hard, harder than some people, that's good. A lot of people can't do that. That's a lot of heart, so I got respect for him.
Justin says that he enjoys sharing his story with other amputees and anybody else to show them what you can overcome if you work hard enough.
I've met a lot of other people who are amputees, and they like hearing other people's stories just because they've seen how far they can get. So hopefully they look forward into their own lives.
That is such a great story. And an even better individual dealing with that his entire life to play varsity basketball. It's just takes your breath away.
Yeah, he just started playing basketball, actually. Before he came to North Star, he was a big wrestler. They do not have a wrestling program at North Star. You know, there was just the NCAA wrestler with one leg who won the state or the national championship, I believe.
Incredible.
It was. Yeah, and you know, you mentioned he's been dealing with that since he was 4 years old. There's been problems this year alone. He had a tear on his skin on his actual leg that attaches to his prosthetic leg. Had to take it off for about a week, couldn't play in the beginning of the season, joined the team late. So it's been a battle for him. His coaches and players, teammates all sing his praises. J.J. Garwood saying that, you know, he's a senior, he's going to leave. A lot of players, you know, you miss their shooting, you miss their rebounding. He's just going to miss the guy that he is, just being around the team. And I can certainly see why, just by getting to talk to him for a couple minutes there.
I can only imagine how great of a person he is. Just it radiates through his positivity and his optimism, and that's what we like to see out of our Section 5 players. So let's move on to the playoffs, and we will start with the boys.
Yeah, the boys bracket, definitely in AA. It's been wide open from the beginning. We knew that from the start, and it showed earlier this week when a team that you really liked didn't win.
Yeah, I got to be honest, this one hurts to talk about a little bit. Number 11 Edison over number 6 Hilton. My Cadets were bounced. They were my sleeper team, and they got outplayed. The Inventors had 3 players score in double digits to advance, but it wasn't just the offensive prowess that they had. They shut down Hilton's secondary scoring. Of course, Tajay Hill put up 21 of the team's 46 points, which I totally expected and told you that was going to happen, but their second closest contributor was held to 10, Jason Story. So
you totally did not tell us.
I didn't tell you that, no. But can Edison Tech use that momentum to upset a very deep, widespread scoring number 3 Rush Henrietta team? I personally don't think so, but we will have to wait and see tomorrow night because stranger things have happened.
Your track record in that region has not been so great. Yeah, and Edison Tech, they've been playing some really good basketball lately. Last couple of weeks of the season, they beat Aquinas, a really another strong team, by 20 points. That game wasn't even very close. So, you know, the Engineers, they are possibly a team that, you know, hey, maybe you get some credit if the team that beats your sleeper becomes the sleeper. Maybe we'll give you some points for that.
I'll take that. Yeah, that's cool for me. I'm totally cool with that. But AJ, what about you? What was the biggest upset that you saw this week moving into the quarterfinal round?
Well, certainly, you know, Hilton's a team that many people thought were going to be an upset team. A team that many people did not see coming was Olympia. They entered the postseason with just 1 win on the season. They went into the road, into Livonia, 13-17. They beat them by 1 point, and they were able to get just their second win of the season. Enaktasa, I'm probably mispronouncing that name, but he hit the game winner for the Spartans with less than 5 seconds remaining for the win. Led his team with 20 points, 2 players also in double figures. Now the Spartans, while they just entered with 1 win, you know, they have a pretty... It's a difficult schedule that they play. They play up a class, a lot of Class A teams, so maybe their record isn't quite indicative of that schedule. Up next, third-seeded Waterloo. Those teams met twice in the regular season. Indians, of course, winning both times, but a 13-point win in Waterloo, just a 2-point win when they met in Olympia. So they certainly have the potential to play a really close game. We'll see if the Spartans can continue their recent form, maybe roll off a couple wins here.
We'll definitely have to see. It'll be a fun weekend, that's for sure. Something we weren't super concerned about was girls hoops. They've been really indicative from the beginning. They're, you know, very to the point. We knew kind of what we were going to get when we entered it.
There certainly is an upper tier of, in the large schools at least, for the girls basketball playoffs. And that kind of played out in the earlier rounds as, you know, a lot of chalk, only 2 upsets in the entire girls basketball in the first 2 days of action. Alexa, what stood out to you in the first couple games here?
Well, I think if we take a look at the Class B2 bracket, number 8, North Rose Walcott. They put the beat down on Rochester Prep. They were seated just below them. They picked up a 44-point win on Tuesday. That's a huge, huge, huge point differential. They travel to top-seeded Penn Yan on Friday. So we'll see if they can keep pushing forward with that confidence. But, of course, you know, when you go face a top seed, all bets are off. Anything can happen. But what about you, AJ?
Well, a couple games caught my eye. Victor got a pretty nice win on Tuesday, taking down Soda, taking care of business. They'll take on Gates Chile in the next round. They are in that upper tier of teams. In the regular season, they played very early on. Victor lost by just 6 points. They did play later in the season, and it was kind of a blowout, so who knows how that matchup's going to square out. Only true upset in the first 2 days of play was an 11-over-6 in C1. Letchworth topping Gananda. The 6-14 Indians beat the 11-9 Blue Panthers by 7 points on the road. The only other quote-unquote upset was a 9-over-8. So that just shows you how much the favorites were able to take care of business, which should set up a couple good games and rounds in the near future.
And now we'll jump to the top of the Class A bracket. Irondequoit, they return from their first round bye. They will face an opponent that they have seen twice so far this season. That is the Churchville Chili Saints. And so for that, we have a little bit going on. The first time these two teams played was back in January. The Eagles picked up a 16-point win, but when they played on Valentine's Day, the Saints only lost by 10, which is, you know, it's a great gift on Valentine's Day. So who knows? Again, maybe they'll be able to upset the favorite. With the girls bracket, we think we know what we're talking about, and we think we know what's going to happen, but, you know, all bets are off.
Especially with a team like Irondequoit, where Alana Page is such a dominant scoring presence, and, you know, she puts up 50, she puts up 47, she puts up such a large majority of those points. We've obviously talked about their secondary scoring, but if you can find a way to slow her down and make other players score, that's the recipe to upset Irondequoit, and who knows, maybe Churchville Chile is that team to do so.
We will have a full slate of hoops coming up for you in Round Ball Roundup tomorrow night, but, you know, we have a couple games that we looked at that we thought would be a little interesting, you know, things like that. My girls' game to watch this weekend, personally, is number 6 East and number 3 Aquinas on Saturday, and I know what you're thinking. Look at the differences in that record, 11-10 versus 17-4. Normally, I'd agree with you, but they opened the season against each other, and the Eagles beat the Little Irish by 1 point. It was a much closer game than anybody had anticipated. Having a guard like Chanel Alexander for Aquinas, she can shoot anywhere. That makes them unstoppable. She has been such a force, but having a power forward like Sharione Blocker, who has led her team down low, that could provide a really interesting matchup on the girls' side of things.
If Aquinas is unstoppable, that'll be tough for them to stop them. If she's hitting her shots, they will definitely be a very tough out. Personally, my girls' game to watch, I'm going to go down a couple of classes to C1. Red Jacket is set to host Marcus Whitman. A lot of wins in this matchup, 15 for the 5th-seeded Wildcats, 16 for the 4th-seeded Indians. Both teams in really good form. Red Jacket entering on an 8-game winning streak. Marcus Whitman winners of 4 of their last 5 in the regular season. The only loss actually being to Red Jackets. These two teams met twice in the regular season, both wins coming by the home team. should be a good down-low matchup as well. Two centers averaging at least 10 points per game. Ashley Bree for Red Jacket. Maddie Ryan of Marcus Whitman. Looking forward to see how that one plays out, especially down low.
And let's switch things over to the boys' side. My game to watch, number 5, Thomas, and number 4, McQuaid. This is an interesting matchup for a lot of reasons. Both of these teams revitalized their seasons in the second half. McQuaid, they started out the season 2-6. They flipped it to go 11-1, and they picked up some huge wins, namely over East. And then Thomas went 8-1 in their last 9 games, so clearly, you know, they're able to get it done, change things up. The Knights have a dynamic duo. Kobe Long, Jermaine Taggart, they have some of the best chemistry in Section 5. That's no secret. But the Titans have guys like Andrew Mason who can shoot from the perimeter like it's nobody's business. He has been racking in the threes. So McQuaid is the 2-time defending Class AA champs. They could win it all with a win on Friday.
Winner quite possibly could take on Victor in the next round.
Absolutely.
Game I've got my eye on resides in the A2 bracket as Wayne hosts HONEOYE-FALLS Lima. Wayne entering the season with just 2 losses on the season. The Cougars coming in with a 500 record. Now, HONEOYE-FALLS Lima playing some of their best basketball of the season, definitely playing their best basketball of the season. 4-game winning streak going into the postseason. Monroe, Olympia, Brockport, and an impressive win over Tony Arnold and company, the East Ridge boys basketball team. Now, Wayne, they've been steady all season long. Obviously, with that 18-2 record, you got to be pretty steady. Some notable wins for them: a 16-4 Geneva team. They were able to take down Waterloo. 15-5, their most impressive wins of the season. They don't play quite the same level of competition that HONEOYE-FALLS Lima does, which is why I think this one's going to be a really good game. Forward Patrick Lustig has been having a phenomenal season for the Cougars, averaging 22 points a game down low. Wayne, a talented backcourt. Tyler Reynolds, Maces Blankenberg. That's going to be an interesting matchup with the guards versus the forwards. I look forward to seeing how that one shapes out.
And Mason Blankenberg is an incredible athlete. You saw him just dominate during football season. Be watching him on a basketball court, his athleticism translates. So. And
certainly in the postseason, you know, they say it's a guard time. You always look at who's the point guard, who's going to be carrying the ball, and you know, that'll be a great matchup to see with the guards versus the forwards there.
Court vision is everything.
Well, tomorrow night, Round Ball Roundup is back. We've got full postseason action, all 4 games of the AA bracket, all 4 games of the other AA bracket, boys and girls. Hopefully, if all things go right.
Fingers crossed. But all of that is tomorrow. We are done here for now. For AJ Feldman, I'm Alexa Ross. We will see you next week and tomorrow night.